since then, I've learned how to navigate the city, making sure that I only park near cameras, and if I have to walk alone at night, I call someone while I walk. I'm going to be sharing a story that completely changed me. Me and my two friends decided to go outside one evening. I'm gonna call my best friend V, and my other friend I'll refer to as J. Well, we all decided to start exploring our town. It's really big, and you can easily get lost, but that's not the case in this story. I, being the youngest, was 14, while my other two friends were 15. We were wandering around the streets having conversations for a while. After what seemed like a while, we eventually got tired and began to walk home. We must have been out there for a while because the sun was just starting to set. We were about 1.5 miles away from our street. This is when things started to get weird. We started to cross the main highway and we noticed someone following us. It was a Hispanic male and he looked to be about 5'4". Me and V noticed him instantly, but we couldn't really assume anything because he could just be trying to get across. We then turned down this back street heading the direction of our neighborhood. The street in question was really narrow and it was a one-way street. There wasn't any sidewalks either, and unless you wanted to walk in someone's yard, you had to walk on the street. The street is on a hill too, so it isn't easy to run up it. He also turned on the same street. Now is a good time to say that I'm a boy, and I look exactly like a girl. I have long black hair that I always keep up in a bun. Also, being with two other girls makes no one even look twice at me to realize I'm a boy. Anyways, so the guy continues following us. He went as far as speeding up and then switching the sides of the street to where he was walking in front of us as slow as possible. This had really freaked out V and I, and instantly we started laughing to cope with the fact that this was so fucking weird. My other friend didn't know anything because she had her AirPods in and she was on her phone walking. We then switched the sides of the street and started speed walking. We then hit the end of the corner and me and my two friends started walking down the street that V lived on. At this point, he was now behind us on the other side of the street. V and I turned around and we saw him staring there by the light. He was starting to wave at us. We were now about 15 yards away from him. Immediately, he then started speed walking towards us. It had kind of stunned us for a second, and V started to fake a phone call from her mom. We very obviously started brisk walking down the street. At this point, we were now about 20 houses away from V's house. We then heard the overwhelming sounds of footsteps slamming on the pavement right behind us as if someone was running. V and I didn't even look back, we just started running. I turned behind us to call out to our other friend behind us to also start running because she had no idea what was going on.